We got the show on the road. We're going to take you guys to a restaurant that we are going to help live stream a kind of a beer tasting session.
Food pairing. This is really a focus for the restaurant business and the benefits live streaming can have for them.
So thank you to Marty McDonald. You guys may know him from our... Yeah, I got a key.
Can't forget the key.
Gotta lock the StreamGeeks office. You okay? Yeah. Michael hit the door here. Should I skateboard?
Yeah.
Alright, of course I should skate. Is that even a question? Look how nice it is out here.
Oh my God, hallelujah.
Woo, it's nice. So anyway, we're gonna take you guys on a tour.
So now we have to chase him while he's skateboarding.
But we'll take you guys on a tour to a restaurant. We're showing you a little bit of mobile live streaming.
My ID?
You might get ID. Do you want to run back real quick?
Do you want me to?
It's up to you. You'll be fine.
You'll be fine?
And we're going to show you guys how a restaurant can, like, you know, use Facebook Live. I haven't looked into the restaurant's Facebook page. Have you guys checked it out yet?
Yes.
No.
How many Facebook likes do they have?
Oh, I don't know.
I've seen it. No, I was looking at it. I didn't check. I didn't check how many Facebook likes they have. We're going to stream this to our YouTube channel and Facebook channel. We're also going to stream it to their Facebook page.
Yeah, so we'll see the turnout for them. See how it does. Hopefully it goes well.
We're going to use Easy Live because we want to be able to stitch in our mobile camera with the video production happening with the hardwired Ethernet cabling in our production at the restaurant, which is just down the block. I think it's like 2 more blocks. And we're going to do an all NDI stream, so everything's going to be over the network. I've already got a PoE network switch set up, so we'll show you that. It's a Ubiquiti PoE network switch. And we've got a wireless router, so Michael, you're going to be able to use your iPad/iPhone app to control the cameras. We've got our PoE network switch. Careful.
Talking and walking, crossing the street.
I know, you're right. No, we're walking down the street. We're going to interview a few people about live streaming.
Are we?
No, I'm just kidding.
Please do not disturb these people eating their lunches.
No, I won't.
But it's outdoor seating. This would have been the perfect day. Oh, the bikers.
Oh, goodness. So we're almost there. It's maybe another block and a half. This is the pre-show.
Not able to watch the chat right now.
We'll pull up the chat in just a minute. We'll pull up the chat in a minute as soon as we get there. And I will say that I'm really excited about finally having a complete NDI setup. So 2 Ptz Optics cameras, 20x SDIs with NDI, and then a box cam with NDI that we're going to put we've got it all set up right next to the beer pouring, so we can have like a beer pour. You'll see it up close and personal, and it's just trying to get into the restaurant world. Like, you know, Tess, like the way restaurants are, seeing a restaurant, what they're serving,
the inside of the restaurant
on Facebook Live, yeah,
to bring people in.
Like if I'm on Facebook
Live, really creative and different way,
and I see sushi being made, the sushi guys wouldn't get back to us. We wanted to work with the sushi guys. Of course, the bars are fun.
That's fine.
Well, it is.
Craft beers, good greasy food. I'm hungry, so I'm ready for this.
Des is happy because we're going to be getting free food and drink. If they charge us, then we're really backwards. But yeah, it's just another block.
Let me take it and show you.
Mike's really excited.
Yes, I love Split Rail. It's my favorite place.
He's the coolest.
Tell us about Split Rail. Like, what do you know about it?
Split Rail has I really enjoy the food. It's like handcrafted, homemade. It's kind of organic. It's not
French onion soup.
French onion soup's amazing. And
Mike, you should be their spokesperson.
I know, right? I love it. I love it there.
All right, Mike, I'm scared.
All right.
Take it.
Check it. All right,
it's probably the shakiest thing ever.
It's just around this corner. We're almost there. We still have about 4 minutes left on the pre-show, so that'll be good. Give us some chance to set
It's
up.
the perfect amount of walk for a pre-show. Hopefully, we'll see.
Yeah, I know.
Bear with us.
If you're a business in Westchester and you want to work with the StreamGeeks, you must be within 10 minutes of our office from a walking distance so that the pre-show doesn't go too long.
Beautiful town, beautiful day here in Westchester, PA. Filling some time because this walk is taking a little longer than I anticipated originally, but that's okay. Can't complain because it's 70-some degrees out here. So,
there's the restaurant right there.
I see the light. Oh. That's the beauty of this town is you can walk everywhere, and they have such a unique feel and pull, which is why like live streaming just really goes on with that like hipster new age cool-necessity made of words in a mumbo jumbo. It's all right.
That's Marty from Bad Rhino. Marty will be, he's the owner of Bad Rhino. You guys know him. Split Rail is actually his client. So he's getting into video production. We're pulling him into the live streaming world. And this is going to be an exciting show, guys.
There is danger in walking and streaming. Walking and recording.
Alright. Say hi to the live audience.
There's actual live audience. Me going into a bar.
Alright, come on in. Hello, hello, and welcome to Split Rail Tavern. StreamGeeks here with...
Hello, I'm James. What's going on?
James is the head of the drink and beer department here at Split Rail, and today we're going to talk about some beers, some mixed drinks, and what really makes you guys the restaurant of the year here in Westchester.
She made me say my own name because she couldn't say my last name.
How are you going to do that?
Come on,
really?
go for it. Go on.
You're going to throw me under the bus?
Do it, do it.
Okay, all right. This is James Malali.
It's close. It
Did
kind
that sound
of
Irish?
sounds Egyptian. Kind of Egyptian, you know, chewing on a wasp.
It sounded like Italian when I just said it.
It's all good. It's
Well,
all,
thanks
it's,
for letting
it's common,
us come in here today. and
Absolutely.
bother you.
Thanks for coming.
And for breaking the ice a little bit.
Absolutely. Ice is destined to be broken.
All right.
Melting takes too long, right?
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
It's deep.
Oh my gosh, you're making me nervous now.
Cool.
So today we're going to talk about some drinks, right?
Yep.
I've got the head honcho here, so I'm going to let you take over and sort of walk us through this.
Sure. So we're going to do two, one split rail kind of standard classic, if you will, and then something a bit seasonal. Something that's happening in the bar world, which we're very aware of, we're very open to learning and adapting to, is cocktails. Mm-hmm. I lived in New York for 10 years and worked in that scene, and obviously New York's ahead of everything. But there's no reason why Westchester, Pennsylvania shouldn't be the same.
Exactly.
So here we try and make reference to all the classics, food and drinks wise, without being too snobby, without being too overpriced, without being too over the top. Now we're not too over the top. When I started it, I was way too over the top and people didn't get it. So bit by bit we're learning and we're catching people up. So my favorite drink when it comes to, my favorite liquor when it comes to liquor is whiskey. In a shocking move, I know. Big fan of bourbon, not a big fan of bad Irish whiskey.
Really? And you're an Irish
Cough
fan, right?
Jameson. Yeah, I mean, I like Irish whiskey, but the good Irish whiskey, we only stock the really good stuff. So we have Redbreast, we have Green Spot, some of the better stuff. But bourbon, big fan of bourbon, and of course, big fan of rye. So this is the House Manhattan. This is the Rye Rye Birdie. Base level, commonly overlooked, been around forever. Knob Creek. So we start with 2 ounces of Knob Creek.
You look like you've been doing this your whole life.
I've done this once or twice.
Hey, you're not worried about being on camera or anything.
Nah. Ireland is basically a reality show, isn't it? So sweet vermouth. Fortified wine, overlooked as something you'd find in your grandfather's closet and never drink. But very complex, adds a lot of flavor. And the biggest thing when it comes to Manhattans, if you ask me. That's what separates us. And this is our house sweet vermouth. This is Carpano Antica, 16%, fortified wine, basically, as I said. So a little bit stronger wine. Boozy wine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
That looks legit.
It's super legit. Those Italians aren't messing around. And the little difference to our Manhattan, that's a phone. Every bar has them. It's all good. It's live. Is this
They're high-tech on their
Luxardo
communication
Maraschino liqueur. So this is a little change. This has a bit more sweetness. It's definitely sweeter as far as Manhattans go. So a little bit of that. Maraschino liqueur. The maraschino cherry is an actual Croatian sour cherry imported through Italy. And then this company, it's a clear liquid, same as regular wine. Without the peel, the liquid is clear. And we'll get to it, but we use the actual maraschino as a garnish, which is right here. But an old school Italian company.
Even
and
the cherry
good
looks
stuff.
fancy.
Even the cherry's legit. So instead of your classic Angostura, we're doing orange bitters, which is this dude right here. And that's it. Manhattans should always be stirred.
Since I'm the co-host, does that mean I get to taste this stuff
You
too?
definitely have to taste it. Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
That'll be the real deciding factor.
Real deciding factor.
I'm a
absolutely.
real connoisseur on this stuff,
You
right?
will. You will be after this anyway. So Manhattans always stirred, never shaken. If your bartender shakes a Manhattan, just you punch him in the face, her in the face. You know.
So
We're not condoning
only-
punching women in the face here, but
We're customers, but
an emotional punch in the face. How about that? Some kind of
Paul
verbal
gets mad
bashing.
every day,
All right.
you even have the big fancy ice cubes.
We have big fancy ice cubes. So, stirring for a bit of dilution, obviously, take the edge off. We have the pre-spoken maraschino cherry, and then a little bit of citrus to balance it out. This is an orange, I believe.
An orange.
Orange. You can't say Malali. Can you say orange? You're good with orange? Orange.
Orange. What? What? What?
I'm trying to make make everything sound Egyptian.
Ah, okay.
It's all good. All right, so this is on the split rail menu every single day. Very, very popular drink, the Rye Birdie. This is the first Manhattan I ever came up with by myself. And then I went off and became snooty and tried to come up with the complex stuff. And
So this is
stick to your instincts, kids.
an exclusive custom split rail cocktail.
This is the split rail house Manhattan.
All
correct.
right. All right.
Yep.
Can I go for it?
Please, yeah, absolutely, yeah.
All right, guys. I smell some citrus.
So citrusy.
Oh yeah, baby.
It's good stuff.
I like that you rubbed the orange on the rim too.
Mhm.
That's really
Yeah.
nice. I mean, I'm not like the best person in the world to describe this stuff.
That's the most common thing people say when it comes to Manhattans. You think you're not fancy enough to drink a Manhattan.
Right.
We all have taste buds. You know what I mean? We all know what's good and we all know what's bad.
Hint
It
of
doesn't-
liquor, but not too sweet.
Mhm.
I can't even think of a time I've had a Manhattan, so this is a good way to
Yeah.
to start, definitely.
And honestly, it's a good starter Manhattan because it's not overly aggressive. You know what I
Right.
mean? It is sweeter than
Right.
most, I would say, and we tell that to people all the time. It's good. It's crushable, as they say in the world.
Crushable.
It's crushable.
Crushable.
Yeah, and I like it. I think I stopped drinking them about 2 years ago, but I like it. I drank a lot of them. So we leave that over here for some kind of
After this,
drink,
we'll finish
drink
these
pixie to
drinks.
steal it. So now we're going to do something from the seasonal menu. We're very proud of the fact we change food and drink seasonally.
Yes.
Obviously, our taste changed with the weather, although the weather is crazy these days.
It's crazy right now, but
It
it
is
is
super crazy.
starting. We've been getting some hints of spring, so there's a lot of people that are going to be coming out of their shells,
Big
coming out
time.
and looking for something springy.
Something springy. So this is good. This is nice and light.
Is that an egg?
This is an egg. So we're going to make an old school sour. Old school sours have eggs.
All right.
All the
I'm scared.
all
but
of those lower brow bars we used to like when you have the sour mix from the gun. They have that froth.
Mm-hmm.
We don't use that type of stuff. Obviously, everything's fresh. So
Wow.
that's what it's trying to emulate,
And
the actual
I
egg.
can just
So
do a
then-
little plug here. The French onion soup is the best I've ever had.
French onion soup is very good.
I was very nervous to have it before this because then I thought, oh no, I'm gonna taste the onions. But
Oh,
then the
it's killer.
bartender told me that you had it for lunch too,
I have it
and
like
then I
twice
felt
a week.
not so bad.
It's a port broth. It's insane. It's so good.
Pork?
Port. P-O-R-T.
port.
It's port wine, yeah.
Oh, port wine broth.
Yeah. Cool. So separate the eggs. We're only using the whites.
And you've mastered that as
I have
well.
my egg trough right here. There's no such thing as
We're
an egg
gonna
trough. Trying to sound
use
fancy.
that as compost in the
Yeah.
garden outside.
Irish people love egg troughs, just so you know. Spread the word. So again, this is a sour. So as I said about the sour mix, the components apart from egg whites are sugar and some kind of juice. So
Okay.
in this particular situation, we're using lemon juice.
So you're saying that the egg whites is what makes sour mix frothy?
There's no egg whites in it, but that's it. It's trying to copy what
Okay.
that kind of effect
of,
was. Yeah.
of the authentic real
Yep,
version.
exactly.
That's a
This
fun
is
fact.
just sugar water, simple syrup, as it's known. A bit of that. Before we add the main ingredient, which I'll go through, add a bit of gin. This is a local gin from
You'll
Faber.
like this.
Really good company. And this kind of takes the edge off the sweetness. And then the main event. So this is an Amaro. Again, obviously, I'm an Italy fan. This is an Italian bitter liqueur, usually used as a digestif.
A bitter?
Bitter liqueur.
Bitter liqueur.
Which traditionally was used to help, break down your food. So it helps you digest your food.
Getting fun little tidbits here.
Exactly. You'll find it in most Italian restaurants. Maybe not this one in particular, but it's the in most Italian restaurants, it's the really kind of dusty bottle in the corner that nobody else drinks, really. But it's amazing. You should totally embrace them. A little bit lower in alcohol, super tasty. That's it. So Ramazzotti Amaro. All right.
The flavors and everything are definitely speaking to spring.
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, once you see it, it's going to look like
A little pretty.
it's going to look like a girly drink, but real men can drink girly drinks.
Heck yeah, I love beer.
Yeah. So very important. So this is a dry shake. So before we actually to actually get that froth, you dry shake it before you add the ice.
People can steal your drinks with this.
I know, it's crazy. Hey, listen, all the
You're teaching. You're doing a little live lesson here too.
it's everything's been done. I stole this from someone else too. Emulating.
That's what you're not supposed to say.
Listen, Noel Gallagher had a career on stealing things.
But was it like a old Irishman you got it from? That makes it way cooler.
It's an Egyptian, actually.
Oh, an Egyptian.
yeah.
Okay.
I love my Egyptians. Now, the Irish cocktail scene is not what it should be. All of this I learned in New York. So I was very fortunate to work with a very cool cocktail lady, Julie Reiner.
Okay.
She owns
In New York?
In New York, yeah, Clover Club. So I
I'd
helped
love to hear
her. I
a
helped her
little
open
bit
up a
of,
hotel in Times Square. Super cool. Just learned a lot. Yeah, I love it. It's just very interesting and cool. So wet shake after the dry shake, just to finish up.
Oh.
And we're going to see this, and it's going to settle and
Ain't she a
separate
beaut?
in a second. So
This I'm excited about.
exactly. Everyone thinks it looks like some kind of Bailey's drink, but it's
It
not.
does. But that's that frothiness. But you can see
Exactly.
it's
We're
settling.
tricking you.
Just kind of a fun little experience.
Yeah, a little bit of rosemary for garnish. That's it. So that's the Amaro Sour. Nice and simple.
All right. Shall I?
Please, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about you.
About me.
You're Irish. You're in America.
I'm
you're
in
part
America.
of this wonderful bar restaurant.
Yeah. Been here, been in the States. It's good stuff, right? It's desserty, but
There's almost
It's
like
good.
a caramel hint. I don't know. Maybe that's the egg.
it's the egg. Yeah. Texture's a
like
big thing.
This is like a dessert.
Yeah.
This could go down too easy.
Mhm. People are afraid of the eggs. I mean, you just keep the eggs cold. Eggs are in the ice. Nice and easy.
That's good.
Good stuff. Cool.
I might.
It's
hold on to
available
this one.
daily for 12 Canadian dollars.
12 Canadian dollars.
12 Canadian dollars.
Is
yeah.
that less expensive than United States dollars?
I just like
I'm not
saying
good at
Canadian
that stuff.
dollars. It's just fun.
Or is it the same?
It's probably the same.
I
I'm
know
not
nothing
sure.
about it.
Either way, it's all good.
Well, these are beautiful drinks.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's fun. I mean, we try and keep the menu, try and keep it tight, try and keep it obviously priceable. We don't want to rip people off. Some of the drinks we actually take, a financial hit on, just so people drink things that they normally wouldn't.
Really?
Yeah, that one in particular, I think I sell that for 10 or 11. I
And
can't
the
remember.
fact that you're making your own creations, something that's
Yeah.
exclusive to Split Rail, is exciting
Yeah.
and enticing.
Yeah, it's fun.
When people are deciding where to go in Westchester, it's little things like that that set you guys apart.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of places that write things in the window that, whatever. You live it. You don't actually just like advertise for the sake.
Absolutely.
You can write handmade, whatever, handmade. Everything's scratch and everything's craft and everything's whatever. But
I know you guys are really popular for your beers as well.
Yeah.
Can you tell us what's new as spring's rolling in, or what to expect?
well, everything's always new. I mean, the biggest thing in beer bars is a rotational beer bar,
Yes.
which we comply to. But we've changed it somewhat. My biggest thing is that bars that, it's all first come, first serve as regards popular beers. We had like Pliny the Younger last week.
There's a little bit of FOMO in that.
Yeah, and it's competition. And some of them, I have relationships with some of the breweries which get me allocations for certain beers, but otherwise it's numbers, you know what I mean? You want to do certain business with distributors, and so we're at the age now, unfortunately, where a lot of places can get any good beer. So things that I could get 2 years ago, pretty much anybody could get. So any college bar could get it, any chain restaurant. Try
As you move
and
up,
yeah.
do
Try
you
and
get
do the numbers that a
opportunity?
chain restaurant is doing
Yes.
and get the same thing as them. You know, it's not cool.
No.
So it's all about relationships, which is, you know, obviously the way life should be.
Really? So if you know people, you get access to certain beers?
Not even that. I think you're just good to people, and they'll take care of you. We've
They'll say,
some
hey,
really,
we got this in.
yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
But the thing I've started doing is like a balanced beer list. Like I'm doing a seasonal list now, so we have 10 to 12 beers every season, which are things other people can't get on the regular, which is nice. But the thing about it is it's balanced. So you have a Pilsner, you have a Kolsch, you have a wheat beer, you have a stout, you're ticking all the boxes. You're not just killing
had
people
a
with 10 IPAs.
Yeah, yes.
You
You
know what I
need
mean?
a little bit of variation
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I had a strawberry sour beer when we were downstairs. Do you know
It's
that?
from Great Divide from Colorado.
So you have that in right now.
Yeah, and they do that once a year, or
That one
at
was
least it
really
comes to
good.
Pennsylvania once a year. So, that's killer. Really, really fresh sour, so a fruited sour. There's a lot of great beers out there, you know. So trying to get them all it's tough, but I think once you tick the boxes, that's the plan.
We have to touch on the fact that you guys were just nominated
Yep.
best restaurant in Westchester
Yeah,
at the bartenders
yeah,
ball.
bartender's ball, yeah.
Why
Second
is
year
that?
running. This is the best food in town. You know what I mean? I'm super proud of
Arguably
everything
so.
I
I mean,
do,
they just-
drinks-wise, obviously. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of my team, that everyone's up to scratch. Everybody does what they should. Everyone's into it. And they follow on from what we give them to sell. But food-wise, I mean, there's nothing better in town. You know what I mean?
I just said the front chicken soup was pretty darn good.
Yeah,
and
and
it's charming. And
Same thing. Do the classics well. That's all it is. Yeah.
Yep, much better than the sandbar that was here when I was in college.
Yeah, exactly. And and the original gangster of the whole operation is Douglas Huntley, my lovely partner in crime. But he found a guy named Justin Hoke, both huge culinary kind of experience from a few sides of the fence, Lebec Finn and other places. They just love it. They live and breathe it. So that's all on them, you know. They create the vibe, and we just.
So how did you guys come together? An Irishman, and are they as well?
It's crazy.
Irish?
Mutual friends. No. They're both American. One's from Atlantic City. One's from Philly. Mutual friends. I was about to say I live here like 14 years in the States now. I was in New York for 10. I met my wife. She's from Westchester. Met my wife in New York. I impregnated her along the way, so we had to make some life decisions, as you do.
So that's
Pretty
how
much
you end
pretty
up
much
in
on purpose.
Westchester?
Pretty much on purpose.
Close to
You
on
can
purpose.
blame some gin and tonics for it on her side of it, but.
Maybe some drinks like this.
Yeah, a few too many, but so we bought her grandparents' house along the way, or took it over at least, and yeah, that was it. A mutual friend suggested that I meet the two boys here. And that was before we even started construction, and we just hit it off. You know what I mean?
You really decided not only that this is a bar that's dedicated to the exclusive cocktails and having a really dynamic beer list, but also it's important to you guys to make sure that your
Yeah.
food menu is
Yep.
on par as well.
Yeah, exactly. You just want to go to bed at night with a happy heart and conscience clear. We're far from perfect. Trust me. But we're
Perfect enough to
we're
get
trying
yourself
we're trying to
best
get there. We're
restaurant
trying to
in
get there.
town. So
that was
there's a lot
voted-
of competition. So
Yeah, that was voted for by peers as well, which is super nice. You know,
that's awesome.
once was nice, twice is very, very cool. So we appreciate that. So it's cool. We love it. You know, all we want to do is do cool things. We love Westchester. Westchester is such an open environment, such a hungry community, for want of a better description. And they've been really welcoming. We're all veritable outsiders, and we really appreciate
I'm sure it's just
them.
your wife that helps bring
She's
the people in. We're
she
from
she wrote
Westchester.
a detailed letter to every single person in the zip code, and sorted me out
It
with.
seems like everybody that's lived here knows everybody here.
It's a small town.
Yeah.
Every town's a small town. I mean, yeah.
Well,
It's
thank
cool
you
though.
so much for doing
Hey,
this
no,
with me.
absolutely.
I want to bring
I
over
don't mind
Paul for
talking.
a moment to ask you some designated questions that he had specially prepared for you.
Cool.
While we have some FaceTime.
Yeah. I dig it.
Okay.
I dig
Thank
it.
you so much for having us, James.
Thank you, man.
I
Absolutely.
really
That's the
appreciate
story.
it.
I like it.
So
You should
I wanted
try.
to.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on your
to
t-shirt.
try.
Oh,
This is our
your
StreamGeeks
own.
shirt.
I like it.
We have the StreamGeeks hats now, which we're going to be giving away to all of our viewers. Thank you guys for watching, both on
All of our
Facebook
viewers.
and on YouTube. We've got hundreds of people watching.
Oh, really? Cool.
How does that feel for a small business?
I feel great. I know it's cool. I love the internet age for the streets, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really fun. So I'm glad you mentioned the internet age. You know, you guys actually covered a lot of what I wanted to talk about being a small business in Westchester.
Yep.
How does social media play into being a small bar? How long have you been in business?
Come July, it'll be 3 years.
3 years. So you
in July.
passed that 2
We got
mark,
over
'cause most
yeah.
restaurants and bars fail in the first 2 years.
Yeah, I mean, I was in New York for 10 years.
That's true.
Yeah, the failure rate in the first 6 months was like 60% or something crazy.
Wow.
So
That's
you've made it past that
We're
time.
over the hump. Yeah,
But
we're
did
over the hump.
social media help at all, getting people in the door, letting people know about
Yeah, it did. You know, I mean, it's such a creative space from everyone's. You know, we should be more internet savvy, and we're not, but we are all creative. So you know, obviously the pictures speak for themselves, and we have some great help. We have a partner in Bad Rhino over in the corner, a local hero, young Marty, who's really helped us along.
Videos out.
Yeah, he's great. He's a true partner, and we love him for that. But it's necessary. You have to embrace it, and we're trying to do so. You know.
So this is your first live stream, right?
Yes.
So you've been in business for 3 years. We're kind of popping the cherry, if you will, from the in the
Boom,
drink
boom.
there for your very first live stream. I love doing that. You're not the first business that we've helped do their very first live stream.
That's cool. That's cool.
So we're doing a multi-camera live stream event. A lot of the people watching on our YouTube channel are asking about the technology.
Cool.
So we'll show you guys that. Don't worry. They want to know what cameras we're using, what lights we're using, how it's all set up. But so for a business like you, how would you see you know, using live streaming to let people know kind of what the seasonal drinks are and things of that nature?
Yeah, I think that's very cool. I think, yeah, I mean, it's from a seasonal aspect. I mean, once every season would be very smart. People are. It's funny to think that people would actually sit down, and a few hundred would sit down and pay attention to it.
Yeah.
But that's amazing. You know?
Westchester has a lot of committed followers. It's a very tight-knit community, and when anything's
Yeah.
going on in town, they
Yeah.
want to know. And I did
Yeah.
share with the bid for the downtown
Oh,
Westchester
good.
page.
Cool.
So
Yeah.
hopefully they're seeing that too.
Yeah, they're great. Yeah.
People are trying
Super
to get out of the
supportive.
house right now, especially with all the power outages.
Yeah,
around
yeah,
here.
yeah.
So come in,
All
hang
your
out with us at
phones are
Split Rail.
charged. I hope. Yeah.
We've
I
had a
used
lot of
your
success
outlets for
working
that.
with the Westchester Chamber of Commerce and the Business Improvement District. And a lot of people don't realize that the small businesses actually have resources that want to help the small businesses in their community grow.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely.
the Business Improvement District in Westchester
Yeah.
actually will take this video, they'll repost it for us, they'll promote it on Facebook, they'll actually spend upwards to $100 because they want people from the outskirts to come into the downtown location and help the business.
It's huge, and honestly, that's an exact statement, and times 1,000. I mean, that's one thing I couldn't believe when we started here first. I've never seen a town that does so much for the development of, you know what I mean? And they're so supportive, and they just champion everything good, and then, you know, try and correct everything bad. I mean, you couldn't ask for a bigger support group than that, so we thank you for that.
So there's one thing I really wanted to do, which was pour beer. We have a special beer camera set up over here. I don't know if, Michael, you can show that, but it's set up right there. If you can see that there.
Cool.
And so that camera right there is our beer cam. So if we pour beer right there, everyone will get to see it in super slow motion, right, Michael?
Cool. Very cool.
So you can pour any beer you want.
Sure.
And then we'll just hold it right up to the camera.
Well,
I'm
it
gonna
all
set
depends.
up the
What do you
instant
feel
replay.
like drinking afterwards? That's the question.
What do you feel like drinking afterwards?
I'm a good Irishman. I'm off beer for Lent.
Well, what are all these people? Really?
Kinda.
Wow.
It was an adjusted Lent. It was the day
Yeah.
after the Super Bowl till St. Patrick's Day.
Okay, you had to
For
include the Super Bowl.
for high medical reasons.
That's
yeah,
funny.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so you're here every day, but you're not drinking beer right now.
I'm not drinking beer right now.
Good for you.
I know.
That's gonna
I'm
help
proud
the
of me too.
belly and
I'm proud.
everything.
The belly's going down. It's more about the family chin. I'm more
So
concerned about.
does the last one mean that it's nitro?
Yes, this is a
Okay,
nitro
I
line.
see,
Yep.
I see. I had
Cool.
that downstairs too. That
It's
one
good
was
stuff.
Or what? Okay, let's think of something springy that we can show people. That's like, hey, spring's coming in.
Something springy?
Let's pour a springy beer.
Absolutely.
Ooh, what was the one I loved? We ordered a couple beers.
gonna
We
mark
didn't
it
drink
in
them
that.
all,
Okay.
but we shared them so we could taste.
Let's
There
do
was
the
it was like a Hefeweizen.
was there the Levante Wit?
Yes, it was.
Yeah,
it
Levante
was
is our favorite local brewery by far, obviously.
If I had to pick,
This can come
You want to do that one?
way off.
I'm going to show you one. I want to show you a sour. There's a brewery in Chicago called Unane. We had one of their sours on as our house beer for the winter. It's a blackberry sour,
if we're gonna be able to
and
get
just
this
the
in there.
body on
Let's
it looks
see.
crazy good.
Which one is he going for?
okay. from a photographic standpoint, that was probably the right choice.
Yeah, it's good.
Not really a great angle.
There's an element of fruit, obviously.
Barely see it.
This is probably my favorite beer on at the minute.
Really?
This guy right here. Yeah, oh god, it's amazing.
So you can't
I
taste
can't.
it?
All right. Hopefully we
You're
got
gonna have
that.
Paul and I tasting all of them? I can't leave that there without tasting
You
it.
cannot leave that there. It's a mortal sin.
Okay. Are we on the beer can?
Yep.
Take another
Ooh,
step.
ooh, ooh, ooh.
Get real close.
It's a little tart.
You want me close?
Yeah.
There's a bite to that, baby. That was good.
All right. Slow motion replay.
It's kind of like framboise, but like sour.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
Mix this.
Really cool.
You can mix this.
We could do some beer cocktails with that and
You
stuff.
can do
Yeah.
some beer cocktails with that.
That's actually the plan for the spring. So the whole spring menu is going to be tiki
I'm gonna
cocktails
put all the
and
drinks
beer
that we pour
cocktails.
up here, so we can get some really good pictures
Cool.
and just kind of show the
Yeah.
variation.
Very cool.
Is that a
Great.
stain your lips red type of beer?
Yeah, it pretty much is.
I gotta
Is
try
it?
this. So what is
Try.
this?
Unane from
Blackberry.
Chicago. It's their Blackberry Le Sol is the name of the
Oh
sour.
my gosh. This is why everyone at our
That's
office
like-
is jealous of our jobs, because we get to go
This,
out
you
and
could,
try
you could
the
be doing
beer.
worse things, yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
You could be testing
That's
out
good.
bus seats
I feel
or
like
something.
I'm on like bar rescue or something. Of course, this bar doesn't need to be rescued.
Yeah.
You know
fair.
when they bring like the cocktail expert in?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
this moment right here.
And he makes a fortune off the cocktail guy, and he makes a fortune off the napkins, and he, yeah. Big
So
big
we
Taffer
did the
fan.
we got the beer shot. By the way, I apologize that the camera was a little off, but we wanted to talk. So we're getting a lot of questions about the technology setup.
Cool.
Is there anything else you want to talk about from the beer and drinks perspective for the show?
I mean, the one thing I would say is obviously thanks for everything so far, but just pay attention. All of the beer menus we do through Untapped, which is a fantastic app with about I think it's like 6 million users and followers in the US. Everything's
Wow.
updated there, so if you follow us on Untapped, you get immediate updates as things are tapped. Yeah,
realize.
exactly.
So all you beer fans out there.
Yeah.
Untapped.
Untapped.
And you can access that from your website.
Yes,
'Cause
that's
I've
actually
done that before.
yeah, exactly. But you can download the app on your phone, so even when you're sitting down waiting for a menu, you can actually read it on your phone. So, and we love it for that reason. And just keep an eye out for events on that. And yeah, menus always changing.
Social media is at the Split Rail.
At the Split Rail Tavern.
At the Split Rail Tavern.
The Split Rail Tavern, correct?
Got it.
Yep.
All right. Well, I know everyone's been asking us. I don't know if you're keeping an eye on the YouTube chat. We're getting a lot of questions about the camera setup and the tech setup. So I'll kind of focus over there a little bit if
Cool.
that's okay. And
Absolutely.
we got to see a bunch of stuff. Thanks for
Thank you
having
so much.
us,
Hey,
James.
this is great. Thank you. No problem. No problem. I'm gonna write you my.
This beautiful space
I'm gonna write my name in Egyptian for you, and we're gonna frame it.
All right, so guys,
this
we're going
with
to take you through the technology setup now. Does this camera get a good view of over here?
Yes.
It does. So if I walk over there, we can kind of do it from there. All right, great. So here we are, and this is our main setup here. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the lights and a little bit about the cameras. So everything looking good? It's a. I get closer. Okay. So essentially, what we have here is, as you guys saw from the main. Can you see it now? As you guys can see from the main broadcast, we had. Now this camera we didn't tune, by the way, just so everyone knows. We should have tuned this camera. The color was a little pale, and we ran out of time. But we really did the 2-camera classic, which is 2 PTZ cameras, and that allowed us to have one zoomed in shot and one faded out shot and kind of go back and forth. We've got 3 lights here. These are from Broadcast LED, and we've got the color temperatures very warm. So we've got the color temperature to the point where we can really, and I really love, if you look at the back of this model here, the Broadcast LED products, they allow us to have, we really have these tuned up pretty high, but if you hit the color button, we can go from 3200 Kelvin to 5600 Kelvin very quickly and easily. So it's a bar. So we wanted to have like a really warm style setup where it was, warm, homey bar, a very fun bar. Let me show you the back of this camera, which will tell a pretty good story here. You can see that, so everything's using the Ptz Optics Producer Kit. So we've got 3 cameras. We decided to use the Producer Plus kit, which has an HD SDI 4-port box. And the thing I love about it is there's no networking. It's very simple to set up. All you need is an HD SDI cable for video and a serial cable for control. So it's just so simple. You can see the camera moving here. We can control camera 1 and camera 2 all from the joystick controller. We're obviously going to be having a much better produced video come out soon, but we just wanted to hop on live because I know a lot of you were asking about the camera setup and all of that. Are there any questions from the YouTube or Facebook that I should be answering? Just let me know. We're using, I hear David Francis giving me a little bit of a hard time. We're using serial control here, so we're coming into one camera and then out the other with daisy chain control. And then all the SDI cables, if you can zoom in all the way over here, all the SDI cables. Now this is a mess, I'm not gonna lie. We could have done a better, you can't see it, can you? You know what we could do? Ta-da! Selfie cam. All right. Selfie SDI, is this on? Yep. Selfie SDI camera. All right, so this will give us a little bit of a look. We've got a PoE switch. Always wanted to bring a PoE switch, that's only for power. Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. And then over here, we have, sorry guys. It's not the PoE switch, it's just the, No, this is definitely plugged into here. Oh, it is? It's so short. All right, sorry. Oh, yeah. All right, let me get you one more foot then, because we have to show them. There we go. All right, I just want to get you guys around this corner if we can. So right here, we can do down a little further, down more. Yep. This is the HD SDI box that we have. So this is bringing in 3 SDI boxes. We've got our joystick controller. We've got our audio mixer here. We've got an Intel NUC Skull Canyon. This is the brand new i7 computer that is powering 2 displays. And we can see here, it's looking good. And other than that, that's pretty much it. So thank you so much for watching, guys. That's where we're going to wrap it up. I know it's a little bit of a crazy show. Here, we'll switch back to this one, and we'll just end the show there. So that's everything, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you're interested in this kind of tech. We're really getting out into the world, showing people and businesses how they can use live streaming. So this was an interesting one for a restaurant. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care, everybody.
And stop in at Split Rail Tavern.
All right, so that's actually not